enjoy this. My birthday was Monday. Now I finally get to go home and enjoy it with some Burger King. Here I come, baby! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Burger King! Yeah. Yo! And talk to Bob Bear, because he's my man. Don can't kiss my ass.
What's up, fight fans? All right, so Oscar De La Hoya. Pardon me, I just had a beer. All right, so Oscar De La Hoya has come out and said that Floyd Mayweather is bad for boxing, and I want to get everyone's opinion on this because I think the statement's absolutely ridiculous. But I could just be a Floyd fanboy, and which I'm not, to be honest. Look, I respect him. He's not the most exciting fighter in the world, but nonetheless, as a sportsman, you have to respect what he's done. But anyway, let's get back to it. So Oscar thinks Floyd's bad for boxing, and I don't understand why. Look, is he still bitter that Floyd beat him in 2007? Possibly. It was a close fight, good fight. Split decision win for Floyd Mayweather. My phone's going off like crazy right now. Why? Let me put that on silent. Is he still bitter about the Floyd defeating him in 2007? Is he even more bitter that Floyd has put on arguably, or will put on arguably, the biggest pay-per-view fight in history against Conor McGregor on August 26th? And that comes, what, 2 or 3 weeks before his big money fight for GGG versus Canelo. If he's bitter about that, I can fully understand. Because that really has taken the shine off what is a fantastic fight. But nonetheless, saying that Floyd is bad for boxing is just uber silly. And it's weird because I think Bernard Hopkins, who I respect a lot, who I think is one of the best fighters of this generation, possibly any generation, has done a few interviews recently, and I think he's been almost belittling Floyd Mayweather as well for his achievements, not just in the ring, but his achievements in terms of his business and money achievements outside the ring, which I think is ridiculous. Look, say what you want about Floyd outside of the ring, his antics outside of the ring, whether it be the strip club, whether it be the allegations or what were convicted allegations about him beating up his fiance, I think at the time, or his baby mother, I'm not quite sure. In the ring, and what he's done financially in the ring is just, you can't fault those and say they're bad for boxing. Because I've always said what he does in the ring financially should give every boxer out there an idea as to what they could possibly make. If no one had made 300 million before, and you was to tell someone there's a possibility you could make 300 million in a fight, they'll say you're crazy. If you were to say there's a possibility you could make 150 million in a fight, crazy. 100 million in a fight, crazy. If there's a possibility to say they'll sign a contract with Showtime, a 5-fight deal with Showtime, which will guarantee him $40 to $50 million a fight, guaranteed, you'll say he's crazy. He's almost paved the way and shown people what can be done in boxing, and you don't have to take punishment to do so. Right? You don't necessarily have to be a fan favorite to be able to achieve the money he's achieved in boxing. Do you have to talk a bit of trash? Yeah. But saves getting your brain beaten in, doesn't it? And also, remember, let's not forget, he bought out his Top Rank contract for $750,000. And that's been mentioned quite a lot on this May Mac tour recently by Leonard Ellaby, and I think Stephen Espinosa has talked about it as well. Do you know how forward thinking that is? For a lot of these fighters that are stuck in dud contracts, and we've seen some of the best fighters have huge contract problems. Bernard Hopkins had a big one, Andre Ward had a big one, Mikey Garcia recently had a big one as well. And Floyd almost showed them you don't have to be stuck in these dead-end contracts getting used and abused when you can really kind of be your own man. I also think that Floyd could be, and I could be wrong, so guys hit me up on this, could be the first fighter to brand himself the way he branded himself. The TB hats, the TMT hats, the kind of Floyd Mayweather clothing kind of line that he's got right now. I can't think of a fighter that did that beforehand. But I can think of numerous fighters that have done it after. I think Danny Garcia's one, Adrian Broner's got it now, Andy Joshua's got his own thing, even likes of Dylan White over here in the UK, I say over here, but you know what I mean, in the UK he's got his own thing. I think Floyd has been fantastic for boxing. So I think it's the complete opposite of what De La Hoya is saying. I think the idea that he can show boxers you don't need to kill yourself in the ring to earn good money is fantastic. The idea you can show boxers that you can earn hundreds of millions for fighting has been fantastic. Let's also not forget, every single fighter that has fought Floyd have openly said, this is my biggest payday. Maidana retired on that payday. Robert Guerrero got paid $3 million, that was his biggest payday. I think Andre Berto got paid $5 million, biggest payday. Every single fighter that fights Floyd gets the biggest payday. So not only, yes, he earns a huge amount of money himself for those fights, but they all get their biggest paydays. All these fighters right now fighting for crumbs. They're not fighting for big money. And I think Floyd has shown that the potential is out there. Look, will they all get to that? Of course not. But the potential is now there. So I will never ever say Floyd is bad for boxing. I think what Floyd has done, and this is not even, sorry, I've got one light flickering. Let me turn this off. Apologies, I don't have an assistant. But I think, forget his 49-0 record for a second. Just look at him as a free speaker, happy to say what he wants, when he wants, and being able to get what he wants is fantastic. And a lot of people have kind of this joy and love they have for Conor McGregor right now, and I think it's great. Floyd was like that. Floyd was like that 10 years ago. Floyd was awful 10 years ago in terms of the way he used to promote his fights. And I honestly believe when it's all said and done on August 26th, even Conor McGregor will probably look at it and think that Floyd Mayweather was a pioneer for boxing. I think I can go that far. It was a pioneer for boxing. I never knew boxers could earn anywhere near this amount of money. I mean, he has the 4 biggest pay-per-view events ever in boxing. Conor McGregor will be #1. Pacquiao, De La Hoya and Canelo. It's ridiculous. No way is that bad for boxing. It's bloody good for boxing. But let me know what you guys think about it. Is it just Oscar being a bit bitter with what Floyd's been able to achieve in boxing financially? Remember, Oscar was the golden boy before Floyd. Oscar was the pay-per-view guy before Floyd. So is it just a case of he's a bit bitter that Floyd's not just taking his mantle but gone on, ran with it and earned, which will be probably $1 billion when he retires? Is that still a bitter thing in him? Is it just a case of he's a bit bitter about Conor McGregor fighting Floyd, when really and truly there's a video floating around when he was itching and begging for Conor to fight Canelo? So a bit of hypocrisy there from Oscar De La Hoya saying this is a stupid fight. Or is it just a case of he just doesn't like Floyd? And if you don't like someone, you are going to say bad things about them. I think we call that being a hater. But let me know what you guys think. Peace.